Hey BoLS fans, AdamHarry back again with another BoLS unboxing. Today we are looking at the TIE Punisher, as you can see here, and I'm on this side of the camera, haha! So you are looking at the TIE Punisher, as you can see. It is a GenCon, was released at GenCon or previewed at GenCon, whatever you're gonna call it. We did not get this at GenCon. I was playing X-Wing with the 3 ships I had from GenCon at our local Star Wars night. And this other guy was like, hey, I've got this TIE Punisher still in the box. Anybody want it? And I was like, yeah, let me get that from you. So he's letting me borrow it here. I have to give it back to him, but I do at least get to show it off and show the unboxing. So pretty cool. Excited about that. We have all 4 ships to show off. I do apologize about the glare. It's kind of crazy right now. So let me go ahead and cut the box open, and then we'll hopefully get rid of some of that glare and just take a look at the contents. But that's what the box looks like. As you can see there, all that good stuff, the TIE Punisher. Everybody's really excited about this. This ship was the first one to sell out at GenCon because of some of the upgrade cards in here, and also it just does some really awesome stuff to the world of bombers. So that said, let me go ahead and get it open. All right, I've cut the edges off. That's my little pro tip for opening these boxes. Cut the lips off, and then you can get them right in there. So here's that part of the box. That's just the back. There's the TIE Punisher maneuvering dial and all that fun stuff. And then we have the cards and the dials and the tokens and the bombs and the explosions. That's the back. We've got the actual ship. And as you can see here, there's the sweet ship. Looks cool. Feels a little funny, but feels light actually for what it is. But there's the base. We've seen those before, and the punch card thing for the dial. Put that to the side. Let's take a look at the ship. And oh, actually, you know what? Before we get into the ship, before we get into the TIE Punisher, there, let me take a look at this part. Take these out for you guys. Okay, come on with it. Cards come out. Yeah, I could have paused, but no, I'm gonna let the internet see me struggle with these plastic. They pack them in there really well. So this is ordnance and stuff like that, ordnance tokens for the new upgrades. So pretty good stuff. Bombs, tokens, all those good stuff. So we'll go through all the cards in here in a minute, but for right now, let's zoom in on the ship, right? Because I know that's part of the reason I play this game. So I'm gonna zoom in on the ship. There we go. You can see here, pretty good detail. I really like it. The paint job on this thing is pretty sweet. It's great tabletop quality. There's an underside of the ship, as you can see. Good stuff. The nice solar panel fin wing things on the TIE fighters are pretty cool. So here's the cockpit and the bombing bays. I mean, this thing looks like it's ready to deliver a payload of death to some rebel targets, maybe some scum targets, you know? Whoever wants a piece, this bad boy is ready to deliver. So pretty good stuff. So let me zoom back out. And let's take a look at the cards. This is gonna be interesting because I'm upside down trying to look at some cards. Or I can zoom back in and do it this way. So there's the TIE Punisher. Those guys out. And then we've just got the extra, we'll go over those in a minute, but let's look at the pilots real quick. So, it looks here, just looking at these upside down really, there's no super high-end pilot. There's a 7 here, red line, and then Death Rain, which I think I've chatted about these guys before in an article or two, but looking at the stats of these cards, you get 2 dice on the attack, just standard attack, 1 evade. We do have a whopping 6 hull and 3 shields, which is a 9 ship, so that's pretty solid actually for a TIE fighter's TIE chassis really, but it's a bomber, so it's beefier. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull these guys off real fast. We'll take a look at the 2 generic pilots just so I can get a good read real fast. So. But basically, you have the 2 basic guys here. You got a Black 8 Squad pilot. He's a Pascal 4 guy, no big deal. There's his actions. He's got a focus, a target lock, and a boost barrel, or sorry, boost there. And then he's got a ton of upgrade abilities, you know. So as you can see from the upgrade card, 23 points, 21 points. These guys are going to come in, you know, usually about a quarter of your list points before upgrades, before we get into all the crazy, awesome upgrades that come in this pack. So keep that in mind. But they will bring the pain. I promise you that much. If you get caught in the payload there. So over here we have the two kind of elite unique pilots. Again, Redline and Death Rain. So Death Rain, pretty good stuff. When dropping a bomb, you may use the front guides of your ship. After dropping a bomb, you may perform a free barrel roll action. So he's going to drop the bomb, flip out like a ninja, and get away from the bomb blast. And again, Redline, also pretty awesome. You may maintain 2 target locks on the same ship. When you acquire a target lock, you may acquire a second lock on that same ship. So he's going to get a bunch of target locks, and there's a couple of ways in game currently to pass out target locks. But on top of that, really it's just about using multiple missile shots. And you're going to want a target lock with your missiles or your torpedoes to use those abilities, and then fire those missiles, torpedoes with the target lock, because most of them have to trigger off of the target lock anyway. But now you still have a target lock to use to shoot them. So pretty good stuff there. Let's zoom back out. So pretty cool. And let me pause real quick and we'll take a look at all of the upgrade cards because I know that's what I want to see. So here are the munitions upgrades laid out for you in enhanced scopes as well. We've seen some of these before. The big call outs here are going to be the cluster mines, which deploy with the new cluster mine template, which is actually these. So you've got the 3 bombs. They drop from the guides there, and you have to drop them in touching order, as you can see. But pretty cool stuff. We also have the ion bomb, which is pretty cool. When that detonates, you of course assign ion tokens. So obviously, and then the advanced missiles and stuff like that. So we've seen some of these before. The torpedo missiles, flechette torpedoes, enhanced sensors. Those have already been revealed in other packs as well. So not a huge deal. So I'm going to move these. We know what the bombs do. They're really good. This is another one of those upgrade cards that we've all been waiting for the bombers, extra munitions. It's kind of a big deal. It takes the spot of a torpedo slot, as you see here. But once its torpedo slot's been swapped out, it gives all of your other slots an additional shot, which is what these are tokens are for. So you can see there the missile tokens. You can use those to basically your ordnance. To instead of using the card, it says remove the card, you discard one of the tokens instead. And it just gives your bombers for 2 points, doubles their payload almost. And in some cases, that force multiplier you need really comes into play. It's pretty darn good. But here's the real reason people were eating this expansion up at GenCon. Right there. You get 2 of these, twin ion engine Mark IIs. What do they do? This is for ties only, it's a modification. All of your bank maneuvers are green. Again, for 1 point, all of your bank maneuvers become green. Why is that a big deal? It's dropping stress, straight up. Just the ability for all of your ties now to equip this upgrade for 1 stinking point, and you already had some super nimble ships in the ties. And this again for any ship that is a tie. So starting with the Punisher, you can go TIE Defender, TIE Advanced, you know, just plain old TIE Fighters. Any of the ties can get this upgrade. So it's pretty sweet. It's a really big deal for TIE pilots out there. Just the ability to turn. There's no speed restrictions, nothing like that. All of your banks now become green maneuvers. Pretty darn cool. On top of the ship, which itself also pretty darn cool. This is a really nice expansion for X-Wing in general, just across the board. I definitely think you're going to be seeing a lot of Death Rain on the tabletop. If you're a Rebel pilot, look out for him, because just being able to drop bombs out of your front guide and then take a barrel roll on a small ship to get away from the blast and then take your move and stuff like that is pretty good. I do like that. That's yeah. Front guides your ship after dropping a bomb, free barrel roll action. And again, that's not including, he doesn't even have barrel roll on his card. I want to point that out. He gets barrel roll, he doesn't have it on his card. So you get that. That doesn't count as your action. It's just drop a bomb, do a barrel roll, and then you get to fly away at the speed that you want to go. So that's pretty sweet. But that's pretty much all of the stuff in the box. Again, we've got the punch outs, that stuff, the dial, the different cards. We do get these cards that talk about the different actions, but we've seen these in other expansions. We do talk about modifications, upgrades. The bomb token, this tells you how the ions and cluster bombs work. So that one's kind of important to read through again. How to use the cluster bombs, cluster mines, excuse me, same deal. Using bombs in general, ion tokens, and then action boost, how that works. So pretty good stuff, and then just the other 3 pilots besides Death Rain, the 2 generics, and of course Red Line. Good stuff all the way around. Really like the expansion, and then yeah, I don't know what else to say, but you know, if you're a Rebel player, get ready to duck because it's going to be bombs away for the Imperials. AdamHarry from BoLS, sign off. Have a good one.